How's it going, y'all? My name is Andrew from Andrew's Test Prep and Tutoring. Today, we'll be diving into 3 common circle problems on the SAT and how to solve them. This video helps you. Be sure to like and subscribe to support the channel. I have a course for the digital SAT in the works, so if you enjoy my content, stay on the lookout for that. Let's get right into question 1. Alright, y'all, for the first problem we have today, it asks, what is the circumference of a circle whose area is pi cubed? So, the first thing we have to figure out is what is the circumference, right? A circumference is the outside of a circle. This length of the outside of the circle, that's what we're trying to find. The equation for that is the circumference is equal to 2 pi r, okay? This means that we have to figure out r, which is our radius, okay? So if we have our area, we can actually solve for our radius because the area of a circle is equal to pi r squared. If we know what our area is, we can solve for r using algebra. So pi cubed, which is our area, is equal to pi r squared. You divide both sides by pi, which would give you pi squared is equal to r squared. Take the square root of both sides, which means that r equals pi. Now, we're asking for the circumference, which is 2 pi r. Okay, so we have to plug our r back into 2 pi r, which would mean your circumference is equal to 2 pi times your r, which is pi, which means that your circumference is equal to 2 pi squared. Alright, y'all, our next problem asks, what is the area of a circle whose circumference is pi squared? Take a few seconds to try to solve it yourself. Okay, now that you guys have tried it, I'm going to walk you through the problem. So the first thing you need to see is you're finding the area of a circle and you have the circumference, okay? So the equation for the area of a circle is the area is equal to pi r squared, r being your radius. Well, we don't have our radius, but we have our circumference. And the equation for circumference is, your circumference is equal to pi r, okay? Using algebra, we can solve with our circumference to find our radius, okay? To do that, we should do some simple algebra. Our circumference is pi squared, which is equal to 2 pi r. So we divide both sides by 2 pi, which would give you r equals pi over 2. That is our radius. Now we plug that back into the area formula, and we get a is equal to pi r squared, which means a equals pi times pi over 2 squared, which means that your final answer would be a equals pi cubed over 4. Alright, y'all, for the third problem, we have a question that's asking us, what is the area of a circle that is inscribed in a square of area 2? Now, that might sound confusing at first, but for these geometry problems, it's always helpful to draw a picture. So, we have a square with a circle inscribed, which means that there's a circle inside of the square, with the area of 2 being the area of our square. So the square's area, we're going to call square area, is equal to 2. What that means is that this length times this width is going to be equal to 2. Well, what's something that we know about a square? A square has the same length and width on both sides. All 4 sides of a square are equal. So that means that our square's area is going to be equal to our length squared. Well, we can plug these into each other because they both are equal to the area of the square. So our length squared is equal to 2, which means our length equals the square root of 2. Now, that is important to find because using half of this length, we can find the radius of our circle. Because the radius of our circle is the distance from the midpoint of the circle to the edge, that is equal to half of the length of the square. So that means that our length of the radius of our circle is half of L, which means that half of L is root 2 over 2. Now, using the radius of the circle, which let's show that, the radius of our circle, we can solve for the area of the circle. Our circle's area is going to be equal to pi r squared. So, area, not circumference. Area equals pi r squared, which means pi times root 2 over 2 squared, which means we'll move down here. A equals pi over 2. Don't forget to like and subscribe if this video helped. Thank you and have a nice day.